have seen that yesterday we had a video that I posted to explain the lesson that you were doing asynchronously, and I wanted to make sure that we take a second to check in about what today's lesson entails. So just like yesterday, there is a Pear Deck, and you're going to see all of the instructions of what you need to complete in the Pear Deck. So I did link the yesterday's video for you just so that we're all on the same page. You'll also see the standard slide again. You don't need to spend a lot of time on the slide. That's more for teachers. The rest of the slides are for you. So like always, I'll be taking attendance with this Google form. So the link is on this page, and you just set the timer, take your Google form, do what you need to do. Our agenda is lined out for the day, so you can see where today's class is going. You can see that we're going to work on the syllabus. We'll do a little bit more with Flipgrid, and then we'll have time to review with big ideas. One of the things that I would like to point out is Remind. So I use Remind to communicate with parents and students. So it can be for you, it can be for your parents, and you're going to sign up by texting 81010 and then your class period. So if you are in period 2 with me, you would text Berg Math 7-8. If you are in period 3 with me, you would text Berg Math 6. And then if you're in period 4, you would text Berg Math 7. So this is a way that I can send you reminders for what's due when we have a test coming up. If there's any communication from the school that you need, I will use Remind to make sure that you have all of the information that you need. You can also reach out to me via Remind as well. So for this slide, when you're working with Pear Deck, you're going to answer who can sign up for Remind and why would anyone do that? So we have our objective for the day, and then we have our homework slide. The homework slide is going to stay the same for all week. My homework will always be due on Fridays. You'll get to choose when you decide to do that. This week, it's a pretty simple one. It's a letter to the teacher, which is linked on Google Classroom. You also need to make sure that you are doing a syllabus signature, and that's part of today's lesson. So next up, we can see that we need to read over the syllabus for your class. Please look and click on the correct period, as all of the syllabi have different scopes for what we're learning in the year because we're all different classes. So please be prepared to find 2 other students in class, but we will do that when we're live. Today, you're just going to read over the syllabus. After you are done, at the very bottom of the page, there is a link for you to sign the syllabus. You need to sign it yourself, and then you also need to have your parents sign it. There is a little survey. Please don't take more than 5 minutes on that. If you would like to spend more time, feel free to, but this helps me get to know you and get more information about you. And this survey and signature for the syllabus is due on Friday. So yesterday you created a Flipgrid introduction video. I love what we've seen so far. Today we're going to actually get time to respond. So when you click on your link for your class, you're going to go in. You need to watch at least 3 peers that are introducing themselves, and then you need to respond with a question and a comment. So for example, you might say, I like how you mentioned la 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 la. I'm also interested, blah, blah, blah. And then you could say, oh, how does blah work? Or I'm interested to hear more about blah. So go ahead and leave 3 responses, and that will be one of our first grades. So afterwards, you can take a quick brain break, and then you will be logging into Big Ideas. Same way that you've been logging in, I do have access now to rostering. So if you have questions, please email me. Yesterday, I was in the process, or Monday, I was in the process of Jeffco giving me all of the things I need to be a teacher. So I didn't have email yet, and I didn't have a few things left, but I should have everything now. So please reach out to me via email if you are not seeing an assignment on Big Ideas. You can also comment on Google Classroom, and I should be able to see that. The last part of today's lesson is going to be a quick review. So these are draw anywhere slides. You're going to draw what you think the answers are. Please note that if you're having a hard time with the thickness, you can make it smaller, but you can also just type. If you click on the T on this draw anywhere slide, you can type instead of just drawing with your mouse. There are answer keys, but those answer keys are there for you to make sure that you're getting everything you need. And then I will look back and make sure that you guys have reviewed what you needed to so that we can get started with this year. As always, there's a checklist at the very end of the Pear Deck to make sure that you have done everything you need for class. I also have a quick survey of how long Pear Decks are taking you. I want to make sure that this is taking most of the class time. It shouldn't be taking less than 30 minutes. It should be around about the whole class period. But if it's taking you longer, I can always adjust. The last thing you'll do for today is your exit ticket. And then as always, I have an optional extension. You can always do Prodigy because that's fun. But I put in taking a hike today and how can you connect that to math. I hope you have a wonderful day and reach out to me if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.